Will certainly have her. The mum who's made headlines around the world after giving birth to 9 babies. Halima Sissay will certainly have her hands full, and advice from Aussie mums came thick and fast.
90 little fingers and 90 little toes. This is a birth like no other. While some medical staff watch on in disbelief, a production line of others safely deliver 5 girls and 4 boys. Non-uplets, 9 healthy babies, unaware they're setting a new world record.
Yesterday she had birth pains, therefore the medical staff decided to perform a caesarean operation.
Mum is just 25. Halima Sissay was flown from Mali to Morocco, where she spent a month in special care. Ultrasound showed Halima was expecting 7 babies. If that wasn't a big enough shock, during her caesarean at 30 weeks, doctors discovered 2 more precious little bundles.
Her condition is stable and she's currently in intensive care. The weight of babies varies between 500 grams and 1 kilogram.
It's not clear whether the 9 babies are the result of IVF treatment or naturally conceived.
Anything's possible in medicine, but to have 9 conceptions at once, almost unheard of. So it's highly likely that this woman may have had some fertility drugs and therefore some help to get her to produce those extra eggs.
Obstetrician Dr. Rick Gordon.
Doctor, as an obstetrician, what would that be like?
Well, I think it'd be terrifying. I mean, that's what we're trained to do, and you're doing it not just once to get a baby out, but you're doing it 9 times in a row.
How do you miss 2 babies on an ultrasound?
Well, you can imagine the poor ultrasound doctor who's scanning this woman's belly and finding multiple babies. So he's counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then can't remember. It's like counting jelly beans in a jar. You can't remember it, you've counted them all.
9.
Fresh out of the birthing suite, Ashley welcomed baby Hunter today at Sydney's Mater Hospital.
How would you feel having just given birth to 9 babies?
It's just mind-boggling. I don't know how you could even comprehend that, especially if you weren't expecting the 9. I think multiples is impressive, and 1's hard enough.
Midwife Sigrid is 22 weeks pregnant.
How would you feel if you had 9?
I would be very worried, even as a midwife. It's a little bit overwhelming, I think.
You can have a little sleep now.
Peter and Stephanie brought baby Olivia home 2 weeks ago.
They're going to need a name tag.
They're going to have little wristbands.
Get them a wristband or, do a roll call every day and make sure they're all there.
How are you going to transport them? Like, you're going to have to get an actual minibus to move them anywhere.
And when the new mum of 9 arrives home, reality will really set in. She'll have about 50 nappies to change a day. Then there's all the washing. And when you add up all the feeds, well, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
This is Noah, this is Malia, this is Josiah. He does not like...
We have seen big births before.
This is Nariah. This is Jonah, Isaiah, Jeremiah.
Everyone remembers Octomum. Nadia Sulman is now 1 short of the record.
4 babies.
Natalie shared the dramatic birth of her quadruplets with a current affair during COVID last year.
The utter shock and disbelief that we felt when we found out that we were having 4 little humans. And here this lady is thinking she's having 7 and ending up with 9 makes our situation seem somewhat normal, even though it's not.
And from one busy mum to another.
As a new mum or a new parent, we get lots of advice anyway, but probably just to roll with it. It is hard work. I'd be lying, we're only 9.5 months in. The good times really outweigh that. So every little smile and giggle, and when they crawl for the first time, just cherish